Hello, so today's video I wanted to share something quickly that I just read today that I found really interesting. Um, so I just got a hold of this book, which is Dawn French's well-known British comedian, her book that's kind of like a combination of a book about her life and thoughts and things that she's been musing on, little lists of things that she finds amusing, and a journal. So there's room to write in stuff as though it were just a diary, but also there's room to fill in things similarly to her lists of kind of crazy things and stuff. So anyway, Dawn French went on to say something that I think is the point here overall, and there's just one little paragraph next to a lovely little picture of a heart made out of shells, and it just says, while we're in there, by the way, right in the hot core of difficulty, I'd also like to put in a bid for massive tolerance of inconsistency and occasional outbursts of downright hypocrisy. We are, after all, in a kind of altered state when we're injured. It's okay to be a bit weird while we work through it. Let's be tender with the broken, and let's be tender with the broken in ourselves. And I think that's really the point overall of trying to just have an understanding and compassion for people who may be struggling emotionally for whatever reason that is, whether it's because they've been through an awful, awful time and something terrible has happened in their past, or whether it's something that's, people suffer from seasonal affective disorder, the idea that if you're not seeing the light enough, that can really affect your mood. There are lots of people who are on that scale or somewhere in between, but I do feel that it's a whole area that we could all afford to be more compassionate with each other about. So anyway, that brings me on to my creative contribution for today, which is my poem called Elegance, which is a poem I wrote when I was in a class in New York. It was a Gotham writers class. And we were given a prompt, and the prompt was the word elegance. And it was winter, and I was getting fed up of not being able to enjoy wearing sort of sleeker things, I suppose. I think it was just the fact that I felt so weighed down by having to wear lots of woolen things and, have a hat on and a big coat over a big woolen jumper. And no, I think people think I'm quite a sort of in for the idea of cozy because I'm an introvert, and therefore I would probably want to stay curled up on my sofa watching a film. Well, yes, I would to some extent. Those are things that sort of make me feel definitely sort of safe and warm, and it's a good sort of self-care thing to do from time to time to switch my brain off from stuff. But actually I'd rather go out for a really lovely drink in a really lovely hotel bar and just observe and take things in and write poems. So all of that sort of feeling came up in this poem. So it's just called Elegance. A sense of elegance is exactly, precisely, wholeheartedly what's missing. It got lost in the snow. It's been lost in amongst the stress. At what cost are we rushing and buckling under the crushing weight of survival, struggling and grappling to get through what we all have to get through? So we choose comfortable shoes, warm and protective winter coats, big, thick and bulky sweaters and scarves that almost choke us. I'm choking on winter, the dull necessities that bring us to our knees, the battle to find our creativity and hold on to it defiantly is undeniably being lost. We've forgotten what elegant means. What value there is in pearls instead of pajamas, in heels and accessories, silk scarves in place of woolly things, all those delicate luxuries that we could bring to the party. If we had just one more hour to get ready, one more day to catch up on sleep, one less road to cross in the snow, one more person with whom to go, someone worth dressing up for, as I seek to be on my own, so that elegance isn't done for, and I needn't be this comfy clone. That's it. I wish you a good day, comfy or otherwise.